Hey everybody, Hugh here. Welcome back. I'm going to do a little bit of seed sowing here, or show you what I'm doing with some of my early tomatoes. And like we say, it's too early on the most part for seeds. I have a glass house here, and this is the little heated propagator I have, so I'm able to bring on a few early bits and have a bit of fun while I'm doing it. What I wanted to show you was the chitted tomato seeds that I have. And these ones are ones called Maskotka. I don't know if that'll pick up on the label there, on the lid. But I've chitted them. In other words, I put them into these little plastic trays and I set them into the heated propagator, which I keep indoors at night, plugged in, so it provides a nice bit of bottom heat. And then outdoors, if the wind and rain aren't as bad as they have been, in other words, if it's a reasonably calm day, the seedlings in the propagator come out here and they'll sit into the glass house. But during the night it comes in. Now I've had this maskotkas, the tomatoes, sown since the 5th of the 2nd. That's the 5th of February, and nearly every day I'm coming in and looking, going, oh, there's no sign of the seed, there's no sign of the seed. So I was thinking the other night, going, crap, what if those seeds that I saved aren't the best? So I went along and I popped in some more seed, just in case. I said, oh my goodness. So can you see those? You can. The camera's picking them up okay, is it? Yeah, those seed there, I'll put them on a bit of wet tissue into the container, lid on, and you can see they've already sprouted. And that's only after a couple of days of this second batch going in. So it's like, wow. And I was saying, just in case the whole batch doesn't work, I said I better sow some different ones. So there's Sunstream there on the right. That noise you hear is the wind. We've just passed by Storm Eunice. I lost the door of the greenhouse. That's been put back in place now at this stage, thanks to the storm abating a bit now. But there are still gusts of wind, but we're mostly good. And I want to get these done. So you can see them there. They're actually sprouting. The seeds are actually sprouting. So I'm like, okay, need to do more than that. Can't just let them sit there. So what I'm doing is I'm making use of some of these milk cartons that we have, and this is a tip directly from someone I follow on social media, Nikki Kyle. She does her tomatoes in these, and as they're bigger plants she'll grow them all individually in these in bigger plants, and it's a great idea because they're about 1.8 litres, so a great way of bringing them on, and a nice depth to them as well. But for what I'm looking for today is really just bringing the seedlings on a little bit. So that's my little container for seeds. Put a bit of compost in there. And this is compost. Here's some I did earlier. So this is, can you see that? You can. So this is compost that it's been recycled from some of the pots used last year. So hopefully this will work. And what I'm simply going to do just make sure you can see it there. Yeah, you can. I'm simply going to do is lift the tissue place it into the pot. I am taking one or two of putting them in direct contact with the soil, and the rest of them, to avoid as much handling or as little handling as possible. Can you see that? You can, yeah. You can see that fairly well. Then that wind, certainly gusts of them blowing. Of course, don't go out if it's still strong where you are. Make sure you're staying safe. Yeah, there we go. Seed is sown. And what day is today? Today is today the 19th, so we did them 4 days ago, so that was the 15th. So I'm delighted to see them sprouting, because Maskotka, if you do them early, they are one of those that if you do them early, they will be one of the first earlies to fruit and, well, to grow, to flower and to fruit. Again, no guarantees with them, but I do have, as I say, the heated propagator here, and between the two of us here, we are quite good at bringing stuff in and out at night, making sure there's not too many shocks to the plants. These particular seed here, I was hedging my bets, and these particular ones, I hope you can see them there. Oh, you can, yeah. That are sprouting are ones called Sunstream, which are a variety that you buy in the shops, but I've grown it a few years in a row from seed collected by the shop bought ones, and they grow equally well. A lovely plum. But Nicky would swear by the Maskotkas that they are the earliest, which is good enough for me. And it'll be an interesting experiment to see which do better, the ones that are placed directly with the soil or the ones that come up through the tissue. I do see people using toilet paper rolls and that's perfectly good as well to use. Like with any of the paper products, you do have to be careful that they don't dry out, because if they do, they act like a wick and they pull the moisture out of the soil, drying out the compost and the seedlings. However, it is great to see people using and reusing items. There'll be no great watering of these, a simple little spraying of the compost at the top. Is more than enough. And of course we should get some proper labels in these too. You know how the labelling system can go here, folks. So now, earliest tomato sown for 2022. So that's what we're at here. There will be more, plenty more tomatoes sown. These are the peppers that we put in on the first month, the 8th of the first there, and the temperature is, the soil temperature of these is nearly 20 degrees. It's sort of like 18, 19, so they really do enjoy a nice little bit of warmth and heat. I saw Steve potting his on. He had them in little seed modules with nice roots, so he's putting them into individual pots. I'll probably wait another week or two till these first true leaves are a little bit bigger. We'll see how we go, but happy to see them coming on. And of course, as I say to you, thermometer for plant use only. As I said before, if you have the seed sowing itch and you don't want to wait till mid-March or early April, the likes of the broad beans there are very hardy. Again, into pots or some sort of container. I'm bringing them on a bit before they're planted out. Remember all those spare garlic bulbs I've had? I've been sort of randomly sticking those in, initially to keep that mouse away. Hopefully the mouse is dearly departed now. It's been well dispatched. No sign of it in recent times. And sweet pea, you can see in the full size container. Can you see that? You can, yeah. Now, so that's the, I think these are 1.8 litre cartons. They've got some holes cut in the corners for a bit of drainage. Compost gone in. I had chitted the seeds in a container as well, and moved them into then some compost here, so you can see they're coming up there very nicely. So for us here, with broad beans, some sweet peas, and some garlic as our hardier sort of greenery coming on, and then for the more tender, obviously those peppers that are there, and then you can see the tomatoes we just did, and there's the original tomato Maskotka that I did. When did I do that? 16th of the 2nd, 2021. So I did it over a year ago, according to this. Ah, yeah, the label is obviously a label that had Maskotka on it already, so I just stuck it in. But anyway, they haven't come up, so that'll be composted. I'll take that label out and leave it till next year, maybe. Or, I'll stick it in there. We might just, instead of it being the 16th, we'll just change it to the 15th rather than the 16th and change the year. Now, there we go. All is well with the world. Anyway, folks, thanks very much for watching. I do hope you're staying safe this weather and out of harm's way. And of course, make sure you do like and subscribe, and hit that bell below for the updates that pop up on your screens. All the best for now. God bless. Bye bye.